7 ways to trellis your plants when you want to grow vertical and stay on a budget. Number 1, tomato cages. Chances are, if you've grown a tomato in your backyard, you've probably used a cage like this. It's the go-to, the tried and true method, and they come in all different cool shapes and sizes. This is a round galvanized one, but they have every different color you can think of, powder coated, painted, whatever. They have square ones, they have really cool tower ones, and frankly, they're super easy to use. These things are super easy to put in the ground. Even on this grass that's literally not a garden bed, it just goes right in, guys. Easy in and easy out. I looked this one up this morning. It's about $4 currently at my local farm supply, but you could probably buy some all the way up to 15 or even 20 bucks a pop, depending on all the cool different shapes and sizes, y'all. I do use these at my other garden location, but not so much here. I got way too many plants, and that cost would add up really, really quick, which brings me to number 2, stakes. I will oftentimes use bamboo. I get this stuff in packages of 6, sometimes 12, for like maybe $8 a pack. I cut them down and I can do a whole bed like this, usually for a pack. Otherwise, I can get like a long board from Home Depot or something like that and rip it on my table saw and make several stakes out of that. That's pretty cheap too. I just got this huge pile of bamboo from my coworker. Apparently they have a bamboo forest that they needed to cut some down, so this was absolutely free. And I'll probably volunteer to help them guys cut that thing next year so I can continue to get the free stuff, y'all. It's worth asking around. Number 3, string or wire. Throughout the growing season, I use a lot of string. It's probably my number 1 go-to item. Although these peas are on the trellis now, they started on a string that I had tied at the base of the plant, and I used that to train them in the direction I want them to go. Something else I use string for all the time, especially with tomatoes, is a situation like this. This guy fell off its stake and it's growing crooked, y'all, and I really want this to go straight up. So what I did is I tied a string at the base, I tied it off up here, and I'm gonna gingerly wrap this around and create a nice little trellis to where this thing can go up it and stay in the shape that I want it, y'all. Number 4, hog panel or chicken wire. This is by far the most expensive upfront cost, but it lasts for years. And if you spread that cost over many seasons, for me, it becomes super cheap. I bought a total of 3 of these 16-foot panels for about 35 bucks each. They're amazing. I use them to make crazy huge walls of tomatoes and cucumbers, and I can get way bigger fruit yields because I'm growing vertical. It also helps reduce diseases and pests because I get really good airflow because I can trim everything below the trellis. They also look really good and make a nice privacy wall and hottest when we're on the deck. One of the panels I bought I use for my hardy kiwi arbor. It looks so good, y'all. It literally makes an entrance for the garden, and it really helps support the heavy fruit that kiwi often brings. The scraps from the panels bring us to the next trellis. Number 5, random items. Here's some scrap panels, y'all. They make amazing trellises for things like Brussels sprouts, or if I just want to keep Lola from jumping on my onions. This is from my offsite garden, and these are some old shelves. The owner here was about to throw them out, and I'm like, hey, those are some trellises. Number 6, purchased or repurposed trellises. You can obviously buy trellises, but they're very expensive, y'all. Believe it or not, this came from a funeral plant. I repurposed this and it works great for this little Brussels sprout right here. Last but not least, number 7, combinations. I love putting these together and coming up with really fun solutions. For me, gardening is all about using what I have and not breaking the bank. Remember them cages? They were a bit short. How about adding some stakes? We can add quite a bit of height on here, and since I got these for free, this cost me nothing. And I added some jute, allowing me to add 3 of these solutions together. Use these 7 trellising techniques to save money, get some huge harvests, and grow vertical, y'all.
Ray Ray out.